Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Shimmy Bar Life. I hope you're all doing well. I believe we are entering week 4 of the quarantine and I hope that you're doing well, that you're surviving. We're all going to get through this. I know it's hard on me, that I know. But thank you for being supportive. Thank you for following my videos. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you're getting stronger or that you're noticing the differences in your bodies when you first started my videos into now. As I said before, my suggestion is do the same video 3 times and then move on to the next one. That way you'll notice the difference in your body. Before we begin, this is a foam roller. I'm going to use it today just for a little bit, just to show you the difference between the exercises. This is an amazing tool, especially to get those knots out of your backs. If you're a runner, it's great for your side leg, just to release yourself those muscles. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can always modify by not using it. But if you do have one, go ahead and pause me, grab it, and come on back. So this is a great tool to have. Also today, we are going to be using the ball. Once again, if you don't have the ball, that's fine. You could do it without the ball. But if you do have one, once again, go ahead and pause me, go grab your ball, come on back. And before you go, weights are optional. Make sure you have your towel ready and a bottled water. So let's begin. So today we're going to begin. I'm going to go ahead and stand. Again, I'm going to go see, make sure that I fit in the camera. Okay, very good. So today we're going to go ahead and start in a wide stand. Shoulders are relaxing down, engage that core. My feet are facing forward. So I'm going to hinge at my hips. I want to just lean forward, and I'm going to do this again sideways so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to lean forward and just touch the mat. Now this is where your flexibility comes into play. So I'm going to stop right here, roll myself up, and I'm going to do it sideways. Again, if you have a spot where you can see your reflection, that's even better. I have the luxury of having my French doors behind the camera. So I'm going to lean forward, hinge at my hips. My hands are down, and I'm just going to stretch it out. Now right here, if you're having problems extending your legs, here you are, right here. So either one, it's a great stretch. So choose the one that's best for you. If you want to do both, you can. So you can go ahead and extend or bend. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So I'm going to stay here with you with the bent leg. And really stretch it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend my legs. And bend them. And one more time. Again, you can stay with the extended leg. And bend. From right here, you can walk your hands closer. I'm going to go ahead and move my legs a little closer. I'm going to come down to my knees. Big toes together, knees apart, and we're going to take it back into a child's pose and really extend your spine. Take a few breaths. Few more breaths. And go ahead and roll it up. Come into a tabletop. Again, be mindful of your alignment. Shoulders, wrists, hip, knee. Engage that core. We're going to do some cat-cows. If you notice, I do a lot of cat-cows. It's one of my favorites. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And one more time. and come back into that tabletop. From right here, we're going to go ahead and extend our right leg up. Make sure it's parallel to the floor. When you're ready, opposite arm, extend. We're going to hold it here. And then when I say when you're ready, you're going to extend the leg and arm out. We've done this one before. And then back to center for 4. Inhale out. 3. Watch your balance. 2. 1, and hold it here. Extend, stretch it out. And then when you're done, switch to the other side. Good job. Once again, take your time. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here and come back. Come back to that child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, and stretch it out. And come back to tabletop. When you are ready, go ahead and grab that ball. Another option you could use, if you don't have a ball but you do have the weights, you could use the weights. We're going to place the weight or the ball behind your knees, like so. So you're going to go ahead and squeeze that ball. Once again, you're going to go back to tabletop. So that leg, the one that's squeezing the ball, this is what it looked like. So from right here, we're going to go up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg in, flex that foot, bring it back, and all over again. 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. But hold it here. Now we're going to squeeze that ball for 8, 7. Give me 8 more. Let's do it 16. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Now we have the last 8 fire hydrants. We go out. So now you're using your glute. Make sure that core is engaged. You're lifting with your glute. Give me 4 more. As I'm talking to you, my poor little dog is looking out the window looking sad. And I think this is one more right here. Go ahead and switch to the other side. You gotta forgive me though, every once in a while I lose my count. Then we begin. We fire out those glutes right here. Point the toe and go up for 8. Bring that leg down, flex that foot, meaning flat foot, and push that ceiling for 8. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Now we squeeze. Remember those 16? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Fire hydrants. And 2 more. Ooh. Go ahead and rest it out. So that was your glute. We definitely work your glute. What the ball does, of course, when you're squeezing, it kind of gives you a little bit of a challenge. As I mentioned earlier, you could also use a weight. If you want to use the weight, you can. If you don't have either one, you could do without. But when you do without, make sure that you add some resistance so when you are lifting, you're really lifting with your glute. We're not done with this ball yet, so go ahead and grab that ball. We're going to go ahead and put that ball right in between our knees because we're going to go ahead into that modified downward dog. So my hands, a little diamond shape. Engage that core. Inhale to prepare, exhale. But you're staying right here. See where my knees are? They're hovering. This is where you're staying, right here. We're gonna hold this pose, really engage that core to lift. And we're staying right here because we're gonna do hip dips. Now I'm gonna come down real quickly to explain what they are. You're dipping your body to one side, to the other. You're really engaging your core because you're using your obliques to do the movement while squeezing this ball. Again, the ball is optional. You don't have to use the ball, but be mindful where your knees are. This is where I want to see. Now, I've done this before in a couple of videos back. You want to go back and review it, you're more than welcome to do so. Be mindful of your alignment. So you're right here. You're not right here. This is incorrect. You have to be right here. So when you dip, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're using your obliques to make that movement. Are you ready? We're gonna do 8 to one side, take a little break, and then 8 to the other side. 16. All right, let's go whenever you're ready. So we get ready, up, and we dip. Start with the right. Now your foot may slip if you're outside, starting to sweat. Just correct yourself. All right, that was my 8. Hold right here. Now the left side. Three, 2, and 1. But hold it here. Hold it here. And release. Good job. Go ahead and release that ball. Big toes together, knees apart, stretch it out. Catch your breath and roll it up. Now, as you can see, of course, I do record outside, and this morning is getting ready to rain, so it's very overcast, but it is humid. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So now we're going to roll on our backs. As you can see, my ball's kind of getting a little deflated here. We're going to roll on our backs. And if you have, well, there it is. I'm going to put it aside for a while. We're going to go ahead and roll it on our backs. Once again, if you're on your back, shoulders, hips, and feet are even weight. But this time, what I want you to do, my right leg, we're gonna go up and then down. Same leg, up, two more. And last one. So what I'm doing is I'm going to hold it right here. My leg is extended, but my shoulders, look at my shoulders. They're off the mat. That's as high as you go. Other side for 4. Now one side is always more flexible than the other, and that's okay. And 1. Now we're going to use both legs. I did this the last time, the letter J, so we're going to do it again. So remember, you're forming your body into the letter J. We're going to do 8 of those, hands above your head, and we go up, and then down on the exhale. Up. 6 more. How you doing? And one more. And slowly release. Go ahead and stretch it out. Now that really fired up your abs. They should have fired up your abs. Stretch it out. Take a few breaths here because we're going to continue on. From right here though, we're going to go ahead and bend our knees. Hands on our backs. Now this is something that I don't normally do a lot of. These are just your normal sit-ups. So make sure that your shoulders, hips, and your feet are even weight. So when you lift, you're lifting up your shoulder blades off the mat. Your neck is at a diagonal so you won't block your airway, and you come back down on the exhale. We go up. Just regular ones. Go back to the basics. Watch those elbows. Let's do one more set. Two and one, and hold it here. Woo! Every once in a while, I like to do a good old-fashioned sit-up. I know the one that we're used to doing back in high school. You always had the one kid you were partner up with holding up to your feet, and you have to go really high up. Things have changed since then. When you do them low, you're really engaging that core to really lift your body up and come back down in full control. But we're not done yet. Remember those ab roll-ups? I always do them. This time, last time we did 10, this time I'm only doing 6. Extend those arms. Inhale to prepare. Reach, and exhale down. I always like to change it up a bit to keep it exciting. This is 3. And then come back down, bring your knees to your chest, and roll yourself back and forth. Now we're gonna go ahead to those teasers. I want to sit up real quickly because on my last video I did warn you guys that we're going to hold that teaser for 1 minute. Today's the day. If you cannot hold it for 1 minute, that's okay. Try to keep track on how long you held that pose. And the reason why, because you're going to go back and do it again some other day, and I want to see how long you can stay this time. So let's say, for example, today you did it for 15 seconds. The next time you do it, try to hold it for 20 or 25. And you keep adding on the time until you get it. However, here's what I don't want to see. When we get tired, we tend to lose the pose. Don't compromise the pose just to beat the clock. Make sure you hold that posture. So we're going to go ahead and do some teasers here to get our bodies ready. And when I'm ready to do the 1 minute, because I got to put my glasses on, I'm gonna let you know. So let's go ahead and do some teasers. Let's go back. Then we go up to tabletop. Down, up. 4 more. Okay, are you ready? So I got my clock here, my watch here. I'm gonna do it sideways, I'll be facing you. So let's prepare. Remember, hold it, well actually no, I have to do it sideways so you can look at my posture. We're gonna do it sideways. You could have your hands underneath your knees like I have here. However, you're not holding on to your knees. They're just placed underneath your knees, or you could have them out here, whichever one you choose. What I don't wanna say, excuse me, like I said, it's humid out here. Please do not compromise your posture. Don't cave in. Don't collapse your ribs. Don't bring in your shoulders. Keep that posture. If this is your first time doing this, it's going to be hard. If you've done this before with me, you know how challenging it is, but it's very rewarding. Again, don't be so hard on yourself. You cannot do the full minute. You will get there. You ready? Let's get into that pose. I'm gonna have my watch in my hand. And we begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Just breathe. Make sure you're not blocking your airway. So you're looking at a diagonal. Your legs are parallel to the floor. You may start to shake here. Lift up that heart, engage that core, tailbone down. You can do it. We just passed the halfway mark. 30 more seconds to go. If you're shaking, embrace that shake. Keep those shoulders down. Ooh, I know it's hard, but you can do it. Really engage that core. Ooh, feel that shake. I don't know about you guys, but my legs are shaking. Here we are in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly release. How'd you do? Good job from right here. Ooh, I like to kind of cross my legs, kind of lean forward a little bit and stretch it out. Good job. If you struggle with that one, as I said prior, that's okay. That one's a little challenging. When I first did it, I was also challenged. I was shaking all over the place within the first 15 seconds. However, if you do that constantly, your shaking will eventually stop, or it'll start shaking towards the end of the minute. So again, don't be hard on yourself if you couldn't do it. It takes time. Go ahead, rock yourself back and forth. That was a good one. Good job. But we're not quite done with teasers yet. I'm going to move my stuff over. Now for this next one, it's a fun one and a little bit challenging because now we're going to roll back and come back to a teaser. But the teaser is going to be an extended teaser, meaning you're going to bring your legs straight out. You're going to roll back and come back and try to hold it. Did you see what I just did? So I rolled back and I came back to that same spot I started. Take your time. We're only doing 4 of those. So I'm going to kind of take this time right now to take your time to do that one. Don't rush it. Because if you go too fast, then you're using momentum. I want your muscles to work. So we begin. Let me move my stuff out. We begin with the teaser. When you're ready, roll back. Whoops. And you may have to take a few times. Ah, right there. That's 1. Woo. 2. See, these are a little tricky. Whoops. Let's try again. That's 3. And 4. There you are. How'd you do? As you can see, I also struggle with that one too, and that's okay. What makes this exercise fun is just trying to get it. If you do roll back, that's okay, because that's when you use your ab muscle to push yourself back up. So don't feel bad if you roll back trying to get that 1. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes this exercise fun. And the more you do it, you will get stronger. So don't ever feel bad. I love doing that one just to have some fun. So earlier, I mentioned the foam roller. If you have one of these, go ahead and bring it out. If you don't, that's fine, because we're going to go ahead and do an exercise using a foam roller. The challenge is the foam roller, of course, is cylinder shape. It rolls, meaning your balance is now at play. And this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna do pelvic raises. So your feet are right on top of the foam roller. Shoulders, hips, and feet are still aligned. The only difference is you have to remember, if your balance is not great, that's what's going to happen. You're going to roll out and flap right on the mat. You don't want that to happen. Inhale, exhale, prepare, and you lift. So now, if you have the foam roller, now you're feeling it. Your shoulders and your hips and your knees are aligned, but this time, now my glutes are really engaged more so than usual because that foam roller. Inhale and exhale down very slowly. If you do not have a foam roller, that's fine. You could also use the ball. If you have a ball, of course not like this, but if you have a ball, use the ball. You're really going to feel it in your calves. If you don't have a ball, you could also use maybe a small ottoman to lift you up. So there are many options that you could use to lift yourself up, but be very careful. You don't want it too high. And let's do it again. Inhale and down. And down. On the third one, you're going to hold it. Again, you could do this flat foot, and that's fine. Extend that one leg out. You're going to point up on the inhale, exhale down on the flex. Six, good job. 7 and 8, hold it here, and then switch. Woo. 6, 7, 8, hold it here. Hold that pose. Inhale. And exhale down. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock yourself back and forth. But we're not done with this foam roller. Go ahead. Back to that posture. Remember those marchers. We're going to do them with the foam roller. So if you are elevated like I am, please be careful. Take your time. We're doing 8. Inhale. Exhale up. And we march. 8. 7, woo, 6, 5, and hold that pose. Inhale, exhale down. Rock yourself back and forth. We have one more segment, one little sequence left. Back to that foam roller. Inhale, exhale up. We're going to do hip dips. Down, up. So we hover the mat. 2, 6, 7, 8. Hold it up. And bring yourself down. Rock yourself back and forth. Good job. How'd you do? Now, if you use a foam roller or a ball, we've done those exercises before. Now you notice there's a difference. Whenever I elevate myself using a foam roller or a ball, you can really feel it in your calves and in your glutes, because now your muscles are working a little differently. We're not done with this foam roller yet. I'm going to place this underneath my lower back for support. You could use a ball or you could use a towel. So now I'm elevated. My legs. Now this is also fantastic if you have lower back issues. It does relieve your lower back. It gives you some support and relief. However, if you have the ball or the foam roller, keep in mind that now your balance, you may kind of lose your balance. The foam roller is a little easier,
but engage your core. Don't ever forget to engage your core. Legs go straight up, hands to the side. Notice my hands, they're not holding onto the mat or the foam roller. To the side. We're gonna go down. Now when you go down, I'm gonna separate my legs, as you can see that, into a V. When I come back up using my core, they come back pointing straight up. We do 8 of those. 8. Inhale. 7. Nice and strong. Lift with the core. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Now we're going to reverse the V. We're going to start out with a V. When we go down, our legs are going to meet together for 8. Good job. 7. 5. 6. And then hold it here. Hold it right here. We're going to scissor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Woo! I'm not sure if you noticed earlier there were 2 birds fighting. There's a little bird's nest with eggs and they're very protective. So it's kind of cool to see even in the animal world how mommies protect their babies and dads are there as well. So that's what you just heard. So rock yourself back and forth. Go ahead and remove that foam roller out of the way. And now we enter the best part. We stretch it out. So we're going to go ahead back to the on our backs and extend. Go ahead and bring one leg towards your body. Kind of give yourself a nice hug. Now that same knee, this is my right knee, I'm gonna drop it to my left side. Now be mindful of your shoulders. My shoulders are still pinned and I'm holding this pose. Nice little stretch there, especially if you have sciatica issue. And hold it here. And then come back to center. Extend that right leg out and keep the left. Now if you notice today, I did use props today. We pretty much did the same exercise we've been doing for a while, but notice the difference when you use a prop. It just makes it a little bit more challenging. And that's the reason why I like using props. Drop that knee down. Stretch it out. And come back to center. Rock yourself back and forth. Now, a couple of videos ago, I introduced the jackknife. We're gonna do the jackknife today. This time we're only doing 4. We're just gonna stretch it out. So take your time, just 4. Now, be mindful. I'm gonna move some stuff around again. Put that there. When you start the jackknives, if this is your first time doing this video and you didn't do my other one that says enter the jackknife, I highly recommend that you stop this one right now and find the one that says enter the jackknife. Don't dive in and do this one right away. So we begin nice and tall. Engage that core, shoulders down, away from your ears. Inhale, prepare. And then back. And hold it right here. Good job. Now those were the jackknives. If you notice, my first one was a little bit sloppy. Second, third, and fourth a little bit more controlled. It even happens to me. Sometimes I lose my train of thought,
oh, I get so into the exercise that I forget, that I lose control. But catch yourself. It happens to everyone. That particular exercise, the jackknife, it is a controlled movement, as I said. If this is your first time watching this video, I highly recommend go find the one that says enter the jackknife, and that will kind of explain it all. So from right here, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our stretches. Once again, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Engage that core, shoulders down. Now the rain breeze is coming in and feels really good out here. Spread your wings. Inhale as you twist. Exhale. Back to center. These are spinal twists. We take our time. And that was a bumblebee. And one more time. While you're here, go ahead and place your hand. My right hand's down. Nice little C shape. You're gonna really feel their stretch on the side and stretch it out. Pretty soon you might hear my dog bark. A black cat just walked by me. You can't see it on camera. It's a neighborhood cat. Don't know who she belongs to though. And stretch it out. Come center, butterfly your legs. Now remember, you're not curving your spine. Your spine is nice and long and you're just kind of leaning forward. Yeah, he just spotted her. So in case you hear my dog bark, it's the neighborhood cat. Stretch it out. I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you so much for being a huge supporter during this. I really do enjoy this practice. I enjoy teaching you this practice. And slowly release. As I was saying, thank you so much. I mean, one more stretch. Every once in a while, I just kind of like to sit, and it's a beautiful breeze out here right now. So this is the end of our video. I appreciate you once again. If you're kind of confused on what happened today regarding those jackknives, go back and look for that video. The props are optional, but if you do use the prop, you will feel a little bit of a challenge. And if you're at that point where you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is too easy for me, then you may have to add props, hand weights, ankle weights, or the weights that you put on your hand. I'm not I believe they're called wrist weights. I'm not positive on that. The bands, I also have a band, I don't have it here right now, but try to use some props or try to add an extra rep. Try to challenge yourself a little bit. Until next time, please stay healthy, stay safe. Can't wait to see you all again, and have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.